Hi, this is Samuel Pradhan again. Thank you so much for watching my all previous videos and subscribing it too. Today my topic will be exilic period. So to understand exilic period, you should know the Israel background. When Israel was taken away from Egypt to Canaan, so they requested God. They also want to have king like other kingdoms. God said to them, hey, if king comes, they will rule you harshly. But Israelites were very obstinate and stubborn. They could not listen God. They demanded again and again. And at last God said, okay, I'll give you. The first king was Saul. He ruled from 1050 BC to 1010 BC. According to this date, he ruled 40 years. Saul was bad and God make another king, David. He ruled from 1010 to 970 BC. He also ruled 40 years. What a coincidence. And right after David, King Solomon, David's son, ruled from 970 to 930. He is he also ruled 40 years. Very coincident. These three kings, they ruled in United Kingdom. That time Israel was one, and they ruled 40 years each. 40 is very lucky number in Israel history. It is a perfect number. You find 47, 70, very common number in Israel history. So right after Solomon, the kingdom was divided into two. First one is Judah. It was consist of two tribes, Judah and Benjamin. This is a David's seed, David's descendants. And another was Israel, consist of 10 tribes. So we find here in Judah total 300. This kings ruled 393.6 years, and there were total 20 kings. So right, Nebuchadnezzar comes in 587. He completely destroys this Judah and takes them as a captivity to Babylon. They stay in exile for 70 years. They miss Sabbath. Sabbath is very important for Israel, Jews. In 1 year there are 52 Sabbath. That means 52 into 70, it will be 3640 Sabbath they miss. They were locked down for so many Sabbath, 3640 Sabbath. We are just locked down for a few months only. And in Judah there were some of the good kings, like first king was Rehoboam, and Asa was a good king. He ruled 41 years. Joash was another good king. He ruled 40 years. Amaziah 29 years, Uzziah 52, Jotham 16, Hezekiah 29, Manasseh, he was bad before, but after some time he repented and he became good, and he ruled longer, that is 55 years, and Josiah 31 years. So these kings were good and they were blessed by God, and they ruled little longer than those bad kings of Judah. So total were 20 kings. So during this time, some of the prophets were Joel, Isaiah, Micaiah, Nahum, Habakkuk, and Zephaniah. They prophesied in this Judah. In Israel, we find Jeroboam is the first king, and there were total 19 kings, but all were bad. One example I want to give: King Ahab, how bad he was. He listened to Queen Jezebel, and how they cruelly snatched Naboth vineyard, Naboth land, which was very fruitful land. And this total 19 kings ruled 263 years, 7 months, 7 days. And this was captured by Assyria. Assyria attacked them many years, like Tiglath-Pileser III first came. He was the king of Assyria. Then after him, Shalmaneser fifth came, and Sargon III came, and right at last Sennacherib came, who totally captured this Israel and took them as captivity. So Israel kingdom ended in 721 BC, and whereas Judah ended in 587 BC according to the theologians. The date may not match with others, but these are the assumption date. Okay, so what are the conditions why they are taken as a captivity to Babylon? They were locked down for 3640 Sabbath, 70 years into 52 weeks. So first condition is the political condition. What is the political condition? See, they were today superpowers are USA, China, Russia, and other Europe countries. But during those times, they were paying tribute to Assyria government, and right, they are supporting again to superpower at that time Egyptian to attack them. See, dual policy. In one hand, they are good with one kingdom, and again they are asking another kingdom, helping other kingdom to attack that kingdom. Dual policy. This God didn't like this dual policy, and God wanted God wanted them to trust God. So today in modern world, who are the Jews? Who, who are the Israelites? We Christians are Israelites. We Christians are Jews. We are also playing dual policy. We are good in a Christian circle also, and we compromise to the world also in many things. So friends, let us let us not be troubled. Let us trust Yahweh instead of trusting superpower. Instead of superpower of the world, there is a superpower greater than any superpower in the world. That is Yahweh, our God. And another is a social condition. This social condition was like this: the poor were very oppressed. Just now I gave you example of King Ahab, how he murdered that Naboth and took his vineyard. Though he was a king, he should not do like that. Poor were very oppressed. In Bible we find whenever we cultivate the land, so some portion in the corner, the corn should be left for the poor people, so that they can gather and took that product. And even in sabbatical year, right after 7 year, one year the land has to be barren for the poor people. But the Israelites did not follow this rule. So what we find is that there was a slave system also. There was a slave system also. God didn't like. Whenever poor people are oppressed, God is always in the side of poor people. So today in this world also we find in many countries, in many areas, poor are humiliated. Whenever they raise voice, strong power through police, armies trouble them. So God is always with the side of the poor people. And religious condition was also totally bad. We find Israelites were paying paying sacrifice animals should not be blemished. They used to do blemish animal. They used to take blemish animal to sacrifice. They didn't pay 1/10. They didn't follow the rules and regulation. Same condition today. Are we Christians following the rules and regulation of the Bible? Are we born again? Just believing in Christ, is there is salvation? I don't say there is not. There is salvation. But believing Christ, there is salvation. We have to follow some rules and regulation. If we follow Christ and we go and do bad things, is that good? Is that matching with our belief? So we have to think carefully. And another is the economic condition. What was the economic condition is that the the rich used to get the lion's share and the poor didn't get. So same thing happening. If you are good, you are not rich. The rich people, how they oppress the poor people. And lastly is the theocratic condition. They were away from God. They did not trust God, Yahweh. There were many prophets. Just now I told you: Joel, Isaiah, Micaiah, Nahum in Judah. And in Israel there were prophets like Ahijah, Elijah, Elisha, Hosea, Jonah, Amos. They prophesied. But they did not listen. So these are the condition. We must trust Yahweh. Today also same condition. Whenever we are in trouble, whenever we are sick, we trust. We want to go to big hospitals. Yeah, I am not charismatic. I don't say we should not go. We should go. But first trust Yahweh, the supernatural power who always gives us courageous, who heals us from dangerous diseases, etc. This corona is nothing. God protection is with us every time. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I do request you again, please share this video. Some are watching in Malaysia also. Thank you my friend Tingli who is helping me, and thank you all my friends in those who are in Burma and other countries also. Some friends I am sending, please share it. And in India also some states people are watching, please share it. I know the educated people are watching, I know. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me pray for you all. Loving God, thank you once again for this time. I pray for all my viewers. Please protect them from all kind of sickness, especially this corona. And I especially pray for this thing. Let normalcy come. This corona, not from my area, not from my country, from the world. Let it vanish completely. Bless the scientists, doctors so that they could make vaccine so that this panic of corona would go away very quickly. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Jai Basi. Now I will tell in my own language. धन्यवाद तपाईहरुलाई मेरो भिडियोहरु वाच हेरिरहनु भएको छ। आज म तपाईलाई एक्जाइलिक पिरियडको बारेमा भन्दैछु। एक्जाइलिक भनेको चाहिँ वनवास। हामी जब हिन्दू धर्ममा पनि हेर्छौं भने रामायणमा पनि भगवान राम 14 वर्षको वनवास गएको छ। यतापटि जब हामी महाभारत हेर्छौं भने पनि पाण्डव पनि वनवास गएको छ। त यो वनवासको अवधि के छ भन्दाखेरि जब इजरायलीहरुलाई इजरायल पुग्दाखेरि उनीहरुले राजाको डिमान्ड गरे। परमेश्वरले पर्दैन राजा तिमीहरुलाई, राजा आएपछि दुष्ट हुन्छ, तर उनीहरुले मानेन। यसरी साउललाई पहिलो राजा बनाए। साउल खराब भयो। साउलले 1050 बीसी देखि लिएर 1010 शासन गर्यो। उले 40 वर्ष शासन गर्यो। त्यसको बाद दाउद राजा आयो। दाउदले 40 वर्ष शासन गर्यो। त्यसको बाद सोलोमन आयो। उले पनि 40 वर्ष शासन गर्यो। 40 से लकी नम्बर हो इजरायलीहरुको। अनि त्यसपछि सोलोमनको बाद इजरायल दुई भाग हुन्छ, दुई राज्य हुन्छ। एउटा यहुदा राज्य जसमा दुईटा कुल हुन्छ, यहुदा र बेन्जामिन। उतापटि 10 कुलले चाहिँ इजरायल राज्य हुन्छ। जस्तो हाम्रो नेपालीमा प्रधान छ, क्षेत्री छ, त्यस्तै यो उनीहरुको 12 वटा कुल छ। त्यसै यहुदाको राजाहरू जम्मा 20 वटा राजाहरू थिए अनि उनीहरुले 393.6 सालसम्म शासन गरे। त्यसको बाद नबुकेदनेस्जर राजा बेबिलोनबाट आएर यिनीहरुलाई आक्रमण गर्दछ अनि यिनीहरुलाई दासत्व जीवन बिताउन लागि 70 वर्ष यिनीहरु बेबिलोनमा जाँदछ। बेबिलोनमा जाँदाखेरि यिनीहरुले हर शनिबार मिस गर्छ साब्बत। साब्बत चाहिँ जो हामी 10 आज्ञामा पनि पाउँछौं। यिनीहरु साब्बतको लागि यति मान्थे कि एकखेप के भन्छ नि मोसाहरु जाँदा मोसाले जब उनीहरुलाई लिड गरेर मरुभूमिमा लाँदाखेरि एकजना मान्छेले दाउराहरू बटुल्दाखेरि यो साब्बतको दिन उलाई ढुङ्गा हानेर मार्दछ। साब्बतलाई बहुत मान्छ। यिनीहरु लकडाउन अब एक सालमा 52 हप्ता हुन्छ। 70 ले 52 हप्तालाई हामीले मल्टिप्लाई गरेपछि 3640 साब्बत यिनीहरुले मिस गर्दछ। हो उनीहरुले बेबिलोनमा उनीहरुले सिनागोगमा सभाघरमा परमेश्वरलाई पुज्थे, तर यिनीहरुले त्यो दिन मिस गर्यो। अनि यसरी नै यहुदाको राजाहरु भरिमा रेहोबाम पहिलो राजा थियो। कतिवटा राम्रो राजा थियो। जस्तो आसाले 41 वर्ष शासन गर्यो, जोसियाले 40 वर्ष, आमाजाले 29 वर्ष, उजायाले 52 वर्ष, जोतामले 16 वर्ष, हेजिकियाले 29 वर्ष, मनासाले 55 वर्ष। पहिला उ नराम्रो थियो, पछाडी राम्रो हुन्छ उले प्रस्ताव गरेर। अनि जोसियाले 31 वर्ष शासन गर्यो। है यिनीहरु यति राम्रो राजा थिए, त्यही भएर यिनीहरुले धेरै वर्ष शासन गरे। तर इजरायल कुनै पनि राजा राम्रो थिएन। इजरायलको राजाहरू सबै खराब थिए। 19 वटा राजा थिए। यिनीहरुले 263 वर्ष 7 महिना 7 दिन शासन गर्दछ। यसरी असिरिया देशको राजाहरू तिग्लत-पिलेसर तृतीय, साल्मनेसर पाँचवा अनि सर्गोन द्वितीय अनि सेनाजेब लास्टमा आएर यिनीहरुलाई सबै आक्रमण गरेर 741 ईशु ख्रीष्ट जन्मनको 741 आएर आक्रमण गरेर यिनीहरु असिरियाले आक्रमण गर्दछ। यही हो कारण। अनि यिनीहरु दासत्व जीवन वनवासको जीवन बिताउँदछ। मेरो आज शीर्षक यही छ। किन भन्दाखेरि यिनीहरुले परमेश्वरलाई भरोसा गरेर यिनीहरुले के गरे भने इजरायललाई भरोसा गरेर यतापटि उनीहरुले ट्रिब्युट दिने है असिरियालाई, फेरि इजरायलसँग दोस्ती गरेर आक्रमण गर्न खोज्ने। परमेश्वरले कुरो मन पराउनु भएन। डुअल पोलिसी मन पराउनु भएन। हामी क्रिस्चियन त्यसै छौं। अहिलेको मोडर्न क्रिस्चियन चाहिँ हामी इजरायलीहरु हो। हामी पनि डुअल पोलिसी खेलिरहेका छौं। संसारसँग पनि ठिकै है, प्रभुसँग पनि ठिकै। यस्तो प्रभु मन पराउनु हुन्न। लौडेसको मण्डली जस्तो हुनु हुँदैन। अनि धार्मिक कन्डिसन के थियो भने यिनीहरुले चाहिँ दाग लागेको पशुहरु चाहिँ परमेश्वरलाई चढाए, जो चाहिँ मन पराउनु भएन। 110 दिएन। कति नियम कानुन यिनीहरुले पालन गरेन। अर्को सोशल कन्डिसन के थियो भने गरिबहरूलाई यिनीहरुले अवहेलना गर्यो। परमेश्वर जहिले पनि गरिबको साथमा हुनुहुन्छ। टुराहरूलाई अवहेलना गर्यो। अनि यसरी हामीले अवहेलना गर्नु हुँदैन। अनि थियोक्रेटिक कन्डिसन के छ भन्दाखेरि आज हामीले परमेश्वरलाई भरोसा गर्नुपर्छ है। परमेश्वरलाई भरोसा गरेन, परमेश्वरलाई भरोसा गरेन। म बेसी लामो समय बताउँदिन, यति नै बताउँदछु। आशा गर्छु तपाईले यो भिडियो मन पर्नु भयो होला। अनि यो भिडियोलाई तपाईले शेयर गरिदिनुहोस् आफ्नो साथीहरुलाई। परमेश्वरले तपाईलाई यो पाठमा हामी सबैलाई आशीष दिउँ। अनि अर्को महिना म फेरि पनि तपाईलाई भिडियो लिएर आउनेछु। आजको लागि यति। जय मसीह। थ्यांक यू सो मच।